Well, let you get up out my way. What's up, y'all? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from a shaky table. Yes. Sorry. What's up, guys? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from Bowler X Pro Shop and Training Center here inside Waterford Lanes, where today we're going to do part 2 of that series on figuring out, does the CG matter or not? Now, in that first video you saw, it made a big difference when you had a bowling ball going down the lane in different positions at 5 miles an hour. What I want to do, and what I'd love to do, is I'd love to be able to test it at higher speeds. I'd have to build a ramp. We're going to probably do that. So this might end up being like 10 parts, who knows? But this is part 2. Now we have those bowling balls drilled, and we have them drilled opposite sides, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. But we're going to take it out here, and we're going to roll them down the ramp with holes in them now and see if they make a difference that way. So stay tuned.
They say bowling is a dying sport.
A dying sport.
I disagree. I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I disagree.
BowlerX.com for the love of bowling.
All right, as you can see, now we have 2 identical bowling balls laid out the exact opposite. So we have pin straight above the bridge with the CG to the left, and then we have the same thing over here, pin straight above the bridge with the CG to the right. Exact same distance. These have the exact same top weight and everything. Holes drilled in them, so now we're gonna take it and see what they can do. All right, here we go. So we've got the 2 bowling balls here. Let me take the Made in Mexico stickers off, and so that way we don't get some thumping. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do the first one style bowling ball, and then we'll switch to the other. So we'll do one ball with the pin straight up, and then we'll do the other ball with the pin straight up and the thumb facing behind us. So you can see I got the thumb here, fingers up here. So that puts the pin up and the CG to the left as we roll it forward. I'm gonna line it up straight here, so that way it rolls right around that 20 board area. Hopefully goes fairly straight. We're gonna do the same thing like we did last time, and we're gonna try to just kind of roll it to the edge and let it fall and see what the data shows that we get here. So here we go. Just rolling it straight forward, and I still have the lines on the ball, so it makes it a little easier to line up. So here we go. Let's see what the first one does. Yeah, so again, and you can hear it hitting the thumb hole or the fingers or whatever it was hitting, but you could see it was still going to the left with the CG there. So now what I want to do is I want to take that same ball and I want to flip it, and I want to see. Now I'm flipping it with the thumb facing the pins, so the CG is on the right side now, and does it do the same thing and go to the right now, just based on that? How much difference does it make? Still gonna thump. It does. So even with the drilled holes, it does the exact same thing. So it doesn't quite make it, make that much of a difference. I would say it actually does get down the lane a little further. If we were to go back and look at the previous video, you would see that it does indeed get down the lane a little bit further. So now let's go to the other ball and let's try it the other way. I guarantee we're gonna see the exact same results. So now I'm starting with the thumb to the back, which means the CG is to the right, straight forward. And we're gonna do the same thing. That one's getting even further down. Oh no, maybe not. Pretty close to the same as the last one. We'll be able to see on the data, it'll show us. Now we're gonna flip it. No, yeah, that was almost identical to the last one. So that didn't make a difference at all. Look at that. That's incredible. Okay, so now we're gonna flip it around, flip this one around and do the exact same thing. Now the thumb is to the front. Thumb to the front. Roll her down there. Oh boy, that one went dead left right away. Is that the same? Was that one close, or did that one give you a little bit extra oomph? That one looked like it might have gave you a little extra oomph from this ball to the other one. Still basically the same type of thing. All right. So now we're going to take and go with the CG. We're going to put the palm straight up. So the palm is directly up, the center of the palm, which means the CG on this ball is facing the pins, and on the other ball it's going to be facing us. So we'll see what happens with this one now. Got to roll it to the edge here so it's just right. So now it doesn't hit anything. That one actually curved. Did I spin that somehow? Well, we got to try that again because that one actually looked like it. Jackson, move. Jeez, almost crushed your head. So that one looked like it spun a little bit. Maybe I spun it on accident. Let me try that again. But you can see it gave it a little curve at the end. That was kind of cool. Try that again. One more time. Watch out. CG facing the pins. Palm directly up. Just this way. Try this again. It's spinning. It's actually making it curve. Now I'm going to try it the other way. I want to see what happens when I go the other way. It's actually making it make a motion. That's kind of cool. That's pretty neat. And you watch it just go, and it makes a motion. So that is definitely the core taking over, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right, so now the CG, we need to get it facing us, right? Yeah, CG facing us. See what happens with it now. Oh, that one went straight. All right, so just to test my theory again, I gotta see this. I gotta switch that around and see if that works that way. Don't touch the keyboard, dude. All right, I gotta try this again. Let's switch that over. Now CG is gonna be facing me, right? Or was it the other way? Shoot, I don't remember. We'll find out in a minute. Oh yeah, it should have been facing the other way. That one actually curved a little bit and backed up, but that one stayed on the lane. Okay, one more time with this one. I want to see it going that way.
What's it doing or not doing? You do it straight or what?
Well, the weird thing is I'm seeing is when I set it up with the palm, it's actually the core taking over, and you can see it start. It actually makes like a skid flip motion. So now if I get the CG facing the lanes.
Well, remember when you got it this way, you've added whatever 3 ounces side weight.
Well, I know, but we did it this way, and we saw the exact same thing. It went in the left gutter and then flipped it around, went into the right gutter. So now I'm trying it this way. And this way, when I went this way with the CG facing the pins, with the palm straight up, it actually spun through the front and then curved into the left gutter. When I went the other way, it went straight down the lane. So when I flip this around, so watch, so this one will curve, just like this.
Yeah, you got 3 ounces of side weight now working for you.
So look, now watch, this will skid flip. Look at that.
Right.
So that's skid.
That's 3 ounces of side weight.
Well, right. So now if we flip it around.
Which don't matter, remember?
Well, we're at such small speeds.
That's the point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we speed this up.
If you extrapolate it, it's
right.
going to be less.
There's obviously, yeah. No, it matters at certain speeds for sure. So if you got an old guy that's throwing it slow.
It doesn't matter. It's inaccurate.
All right, so now we face it towards us. Mm-hmm. Now watch what happens.
CG's got to be in the middle, right? Yeah,
just palm right up, just like we did. Yep, palm straight up. That one's going to curve a little bit, but see, it's much straighter. That one stays on the lane.
Right.
So that's just like going before.
Side weight takes over on this one.
Well, right. That's kind of cool. That's pretty neat. But I wonder what that's what we need to figure. We got to build a ramp. I want to know what speed it has to go to in order for it to then finally not matter. I'd like to know what that is. Because it's got to, there is a certain speed that if you throw it fast enough.
To a degree.
Well, not after a certain speed. After a certain speed, it's not going to matter no matter what because it's not going to have time.
No, because the ball physics take over for it.
Right, so here's the other one. So now it shouldn't make a difference, but this is the other ball. This one hasn't gone on the lane with like that yet. So this one, is facing the pins. So this should skid flip again. Yeah, because that's the opposite. So that one's going to skid and flip. That's crazy.
Side weight.
That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool to watch. I want to watch this later and look at the data. Like, look at that. You can see it. It just hooks.
It's the side weight.
Yeah, that's neat.
Absolutely.
So now if I flip it the other way, it's probably going to go much straighter, but take off the 7 pin.
Right. I agree.
So that's kind of neat. That's cool. All right. So now it's facing us.
But we live.
Yeah, not live,
Well, I
but
got
we're
you.
on video, yeah. As we show everybody live. Well, I mean,
Now it's going to go this way.
right.
Because
but it's
you-
much that one goes straight though.
Yeah, but you got the mass.
See, now
on
that
this
one backs
side.
up
Well, right.
because it's trying to get back to its axis. Yep. Yep. That
That's my
makes a
only
lot
bitch
more
is-
sense.
My only bitch is when you say it doesn't matter. That's not factual. I bet at 10 miles an hour still matters.
But again, I
What's
think
the speed
it's
on that?
that's 5.5.
All right.
So 5.5 miles an hour. I would agree. I think at 10 miles an hour it probably still matters.
Put the first one on again.
The first one, this
Yeah.
one.
And do the skid flippy way.
Okay. That's towards the pins.
Yep. Put it back here, and I want you to push this one. Let's see if we get it to 10 miles an hour.
Push it.
Yeah, just roll it straight, but push it.
That ain't gonna be much fast. I can't get it fast enough.
Well, that's going to be faster than it was,
A mile.
but it's still one in the gutter.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously it's gonna matter still. But I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Shouldn't we
Well,
be
that's
able-
why we try.
Shouldn't we be able to extrapolate that mathematically and say it went in the gutter at 29 feet, so at 10 miles an hour it should be
Well, we would need
48?
more data points. Yeah, we would have to have a couple more data points. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. So anyway, let's wrap this up.
Well, you're going to...
All right, so there you go. So you've seen those two bowling balls and you've seen them with holes in them, and actually it did make a difference. If anything, when you were able to go with the palm up and get the CG going towards the pins, then you actually see the core take over a little bit and make more of a flip motion. Now it's trying to skid and flip a little bit. Granted, again, we're still at slow speeds, like you heard us talking through the video a little bit. We need to know at what speed will finally it not matter, because obviously at these slow speeds, it absolutely matters. Very, very evident that it matters right here. But there's got to be a speed of which you throw the ball which overcomes the actual motion, or the weight of the ball taking over. So what speed is that? I don't know. If any of you actually know, or if you have seen that USB-C study based on this, did they do it at different speeds? And did they check it out until find out what speed actually it doesn't matter in? Or did they just do it at one speed and determine, no, it doesn't matter? Because obviously right here with this speed, you can see it obviously matters. So we have to figure this out. We've got more steps coming. Like I said, I only planned on doing 3 parts, but this might turn into 10 parts. I have no idea. We're gonna see what happens. But this is part 2 with the balls drilled. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit that button down below. Share this around. For those of you who have a debate, if it matters or not, this is a good talking point. This is a good video to talk about it. So let's find out. We're gonna see part 3 coming up soon, where I'm actually gonna throw the balls and I'll be able to look at the data and we'll be able to see, does it matter at my speed going down the lanes and through the pins. So until next time, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later.